Hey everybody, so I am going to try not to make this video too long. I am currently on cycle day. Cycle day 1 was June 7th, which was a Thursday, and I don't know if you recall, but it started really weird. But there was some bleeding when I did a cervix check. So I just assumed that AF was starting. I didn't put my progesterone in, and I was just ready to move on. So before I called my doctor, I went to go to the bathroom, and they open at like 8:30, but I start at 8:15. So I didn't get a chance to call her until like 10. And I went to go to the bathroom right before that, and there was nothing. Absolutely nothing. Not even when I did a cervix check. So I went, well, crap. I didn't put my progesterone in, and what if it was just spotting and blah, blah, blah. So I called and I said, look, this is what's going on. I don't know if I should put the progesterone in. I don't know if I should go get a blood test. What should I do? And she goes, well, you're out of endometrine as of today if you go and put it in at home, right? And I said, yes. And she said, okay, go put it in at home, come in for a blood test, and then we'll see what's going on. I said, okay. So I rushed home with the kid, put in my endometrine, rushed over to the clinic, got a blood work of HCG, and lo and behold, as soon as I got back to the kids' house, by that time it was like nap time. As soon as I went to the bathroom when we got back, AF started. It was just so stressful and crappy and just the worst. So AF lasted 4 days. I had my cycle day 3 scan on Saturday the 9th. We decided that we would just check my E2 level, and that worked pretty well for us. Actually, we had a lot less scans this cycle than we did last cycle day 7, which was the 13th, last Wednesday, and my level was at 75. So at 100 is when they have you come in and start doing scans for E2 when they check your E2 levels. So she said, okay, go ahead and come in on Friday. She said, okay, you have 3 follicles, 2 are bigger, and 1 is good size but not great. So you probably have 2 to 3 follicles. I said, okay. She said, continue on the 75 IU follistem, which I had been doing since cycle day 3, and come back in on Monday. She said, okay. I cheated. I knew I was going to have some extra follistems. So I think on Friday I did 1 click above 75 IU. Saturday I did 1 click above, and then Sunday I did 2. I don't condone that, really. I mean, I don't, I just know how my body works with meds, and my doctor also said last cycle that that was okay for me to do because my body works so differently with meds. Went in for my check today, and there was only 1 follicle at 16 point something. I don't even remember. But so I'm really glad I did that, and I told my doctor, and she said, yeah, I'm kind of glad you did that too. So tonight she said, just go ahead and do the 75 IU unless you have extra, because I didn't know how much I had. And so I said, okay, if I have a lot extra, should I just give the whole thing? And she said, I wouldn't go too far with it. Like if you had 250 extra, I wouldn't do that. But if it's a bit extra, I wouldn't worry too much because you have 1 follicle. It's not going to overstimulate you. Go ahead. So I said, okay. So I came home after work, and my stupid self, I left the follistem in the car last night. I had freaked out, was looking online, called the pharmacy, and they said, we don't like to tell you this because then people like leave it out, but it's fine. Don't worry about it, especially if it's your last day, especially if you only left it out once. Don't worry about it. I said, oh, thank God. And then I realized I left my Avidrel shot in my car because I picked it up today. So I left it in the car for like an hour and a half. So I call him back. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm calling you to tell this too. And he was like, no, that's fine. It's only been an hour and a half. Don't worry about it. Put it in the fridge. So I set my little pen to 200 because I didn't know how much was left in my vial. I knew there wasn't 200, and there ended up being 150 IU. So I emailed my doctor and I said, I did 150 IU. That's what was left. Is that okay? And she said, yes. I'm going to trigger at 11 p.m. tomorrow night so that we are exactly 36 hours pre-IUI. So that's my plan, and that's where we're at. I am going to do a video on cost, and none of my other videos got recorded this weekend because it just got crazy. And I look crazy because I ran with my dog. That's it. After this morning's appointment, I was really disappointed that we only had one follicle. My body starts out responding okay, not ever really great to any particular medication. It takes a pretty big dose for most medications for me to work. But then at some point, my body just starts not responding to it. So you have to give even more. So next cycle, if this cycle doesn't work out and we do another IUI, then we would up my dose to 100 a day or 125 a day. But do be your own advocate. Do push your doctor and, that kind of thing. So I'm going to end this video here, and I will talk to you all later.